Thing guys, open the last page of your notebook and write everything that we have discussed so far in the sessions. Whatever you remember, a word, a heading, chapter name, tools, whatever you remember, quickly go ahead and write it in that piece of paper. Do it, and then we'll be starting the session. I'm giving you 5 minutes for that, and then we'll start. Do it, guys. This is how we do the revision. Quickly go ahead and do it. All right, guys. So what is the first thing that we discussed? We started the session with the definition of cybersecurity, correct? Then we discussed information security. Then we discussed who is a hacker. Then we discussed about type of hackers. Then we discussed about hacking, phases of hacking that includes footprinting, reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, and covering traps. Correct. Then we jump to the basic of cybersecurity. That is where I told you about system, how the system boots up. We discussed about BIOS. We discussed about UEFI. We discussed about POST. We discussed about MBR, GPT. We discussed about bootloader. Correct. Then we discuss some topics related to networking. Where we discuss OSI model, we discussed TCP/IP model, IPv4 addressing. We discussed about DNS. We discussed about R poisoning. Correct. And then we started first module. So in first module, we discussed about you can say some real time hacks of past decades, and we took an example of Sony, and we discussed several you can say cybersecurity concept, right? Then we discussed about information warfare. We discussed about information assurance. We discussed about, you can say, ethical hacking, phases of ethical hacking. We discussed about risk, threat, vulnerability. We discussed about the laws governing cybersecurity, correct? Then we move to the second module, that is footprinting, in which we discuss about active footprinting, passive footprinting. I told you various tools and technologies to gather the information about a person passively, right? Then we discussed about scanning, that is also known as active footprinting. We discussed about, you can say, how you'll be checking whether the system is up or not. Then we discussed how to check which ports of the system are open, and then we checked about the vulnerabilities, right? Then we went to the module that was enumeration. In enumeration, I introduced with a tool that is Metasploit framework. Using Metasploit framework, we gathered further information about the services that are already running in the system, right? Then we went to the module that is vulnerability assessment, in which we discussed about vulnerability assessment concept. We discussed about vulnerability assessment types. We discussed about vulnerability management life cycle. We discussed about vulnerability, you can say, vulnerability assessment tools. We discussed about common vulnerability scoring system, correct? And then we switched to the topic that was system hacking. In system hacking, we have completed the theory, guys, in which I told you all the phases. I told you about gaining access. I told you about privilege escalation. I told you about, you can say, maintaining access, hiding files, and covering tracks, right? So as promised, today I'll be showing you the practical for that particular, you can say, theory which we have learned so far, correct? So before that, I'll be asking certain questions over here with the students. Let me see how many of you are prepared. Let me ask the question from, okay, Vinny, you there? Vinny, you there? Vinny? I guess I'm audible, guys, to everyone, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vinny, you there? Can please anyone check with Vinny? No. Okay, then we have Vaishali, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vaishali, tell me types of privilege escalation. How many types we have? We discussed this last week, right? Privilege escalation. How many types of privilege escalation we have? Shamir, how many type of privilege
We
escalation
have vertical and horizontal.
Vertical privilege escalations.
Very nice. Good Vaishali, good Shamir. All right. All right. And what is this race support? RAC support is this? Anyone with this name? Race support?
They're from the race,
Okay. Is
okay.
there, it's a department?
Not a student. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay. Then we have Muthu Krishna. Muthu, tell me what are the techniques you will be using to perform privilege escalation? I told you three things, right? Phases, goals, and techniques. So what is the technique that you'll be using for performing privilege escalation?
See, I didn't. One is identifying the different what is that services that are running in that particular system. That is through other systems in the same network, which is vertical movement and. Like in similar systems on that particular thing, we can do privilege look for privilege escalations. Apart from that, on the vertical, like highest root account access through Metasploit, we can gain.
Okay, good. Anyone else who wants to add to the definition? What are the techniques we'll be using
Social
for performing
engineering
privilege?
is
Password
social
cracking.
engineering,
Username,
network
password.
misconfigurations,
Password
and
cracking.
credential exploitations are some of the techniques.
See,
IP
these are the
tables and
types.
routing tables.
In one word, you all can say that we will be exploiting the vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
This is the answer, that you will be exploiting the vulnerabilities. Now, it's a type that you are saying that you all are correct. These are the types using which you will be exploiting the vulnerability. But first of all, you have to find the vulnerability, right? So exploiting the vulnerability will lead to privilege escalation. All right. Now, guys, whatever we have discussed, now I'm going to show you the practical. One point from theory was remaining, that was how you'll be covering your tracks. So once we are done with the practical, practically I'll be showing you that how remotely you will be removing the logs from the system, how you'll be manipulating the logs. All right. So what I'll be doing over here is, this is my Kali Linux. This will be my prime machine, and this is Windows XP machine that I will be compromised. All right. So how I'll be doing it, please all of you pay attention, because whatever we have learned so far, footprinting, scanning, enumeration, vulnerability assessment, everything will be utilized over here, right? So all of you, please pay attention. Later on, see, this week I was not able to share the machines with you because I didn't got the permission. All right. I will again talk with the coordinators, and then I'll let you know that when I'll be sharing these machines with you. So please note down the steps whenever you'll be getting this lab setup. All right. Try to perform these. Okay. This is the same thing that you'll be getting as a practical on the fourth day, that is tomorrow. All right. And 20% of the marks are based on that particular practical that you'll be performing, guys. I guess everyone is aware about it, right? That you'll be getting a machine and you have to solve it, right? All of you are aware about it? Practical assessment.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to show it to you guys today. You can note down the steps, whatever we have to do, and then you will have to perform it, guys. Now, what you will be doing first, guys, as I told you, in case of Windows, we have to check the network configuration. We have the command that is ipconfig. But in case of Linux machine, we type the command that is known as ifconfig. All right, we have ifconfig. So as soon as I'll be typing ifconfig, see, it is showing me my IP address and it is showing me my MAC address. These two commands, these two important things, all right, you have to note it down so that you'll not be having confusion later on. So it's a good way that note down your own IP address and your own MAC address. Now, guys, depending upon this IP address, what I'll be doing is I will try to find out all the machines within my network. All right. So for that, we have a command that is known as net discover space hyphen r. Hyphen r is for the range. Over here, I will be specifying the complete IP range. I will not be specifying a particular IP address. I will be specifying the range, so that whatever machines will be there inside that range, I will be able to get those machines. So I will be typing the command that is 192.168.206.0/24. Why 24? Because it's class C IP address, all right? It's class C starting with 192. The subnet mask is the CIDR notation for class C is always /24. That's why I have written /24. Press enter and it will do what? It will start scanning, guys. And as soon as the scanning will be finished, see, it's finished, I will be able to get the IP addresses, all right? So now what I'm doing is, this is your network IP that shows that these IPs are starting from here. The very first IP address of your IP range is known as default gateway, and the very last IP address of your IP range is known as broadcast IP. One IP remains, that is this one. I have no idea that what this IP is, what this operating system is, what this machine is. I have no idea. So the first thing of scanning is to check whether the host is live or not. So to check whether the host is live or not, I will be typing the command that is ping and the IP address. All right, I will be able to get the response. Am I clear? Is it clear to everyone, guys? Yes, no,
Yes,
maybe. I
Yes.
guess we have already done this previously also, right? We did it previously also, right? In
Yes,
scanning
yes.
part, I told you the same thing, correct?
HPing.
All right. Okay. See, my results are getting back. All right.
I think
Now,
your
Sir, your
screen got
screen is
visible.
not shared, sir.
It's not. Why? Is it visible now? Please check, guys.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
All right. See, I typed the ping command and I got the result, guys. Now, can anyone tell me what is the target machine?
Windows.
Windows. Why? Because the TTL value is
TTL
128.
128.
Correct. But guys, the thing is, over here, the TTL value is 128. It is Windows. But we are not having any idea that what Windows it is. It can be Windows XP, it can be Windows 7, it can be Windows 8, it can be Windows 10, it can be Windows 11 also, right? Each Windows is having, you can say their own exploits, their own vulnerabilities. So it's very, very compulsory for you guys to find out the exact version of that Windows machine, right? So how you'll be doing it? For that, what is the technique that we will be using? Sharanya, what is the technique that we'll be using to get the complete details of the operating system, target machine? We have
Nmap,
a
sir.
particular word for that. Huh?
Nmap, active
No,
scanning.
Nmap is a tool. Nmap is
Banner
a tool.
grabbing.
Correct. It's known as banner grabbing. We will be performing banner grabbing. And what is the command for banner grabbing? Zelmon, Sunny Thomas. What is the command? Tell me the command for banner grabbing.
It's nmap
Good.
o-sv.ip.
It's hyphen capital O. Very good. Hyphen S, capital V, hyphen O is for the operating system, hyphen SP is for the services version. All right. And then you will be, you can say specifying the IP address. Very nice, Sunny. Okay. Then you will be pressing enter and you'll be able to get the banner. Banner means you'll be getting the details about the ports which are open, about the services which are running, about the version of the services. Along with that, you'll be getting the details of the MAC address and you'll be getting the operating system details. See, how many ports are open in this particular machine, guys? 3 ports are open, right? And what are the services running? These are the services running. These are the versions. It's very important because now you'll be doing what? You'll be utilizing this information to perform enumeration. Now, along with that, guys, you will be going and checking the MAC address and you'll be checking the operating system details. So it's saying that it can be Windows XP or XP3. All right, Service Pack 2 or Service Pack 3. Now, guys, till here, you have got the information now that the target operating system is Windows XP. It can be Service Pack 2, it can be Service Pack 3. All right, that's okay. Now, what you will be doing next? Next, you will be doing what, guys? Next, you will try to do the footprinting again. You will try to find out the vulnerabilities that are present for Windows XP Service Pack 2 system. All right. So you will be doing what? You'll go to the browser and in the browser, first of all, type the same thing that is exploits related to Windows XP Service Pack 2. All right. I'm talking about exploits over here. I'm not talking about vulnerabilities. All right. I'm directly talking about exploits. So what are the exploits that are available, guys? Let's see. So the exploits that are available is MS08067. Please note it down. I'm writing in the chat box also. I'm writing this in the chat box also. Please note it down. Bhumika, I'm not able to see the chat box. Can you please enable chat box for me? I'm not able to see it in my console. Okay, now I got it. Got it. We have MS08-067. This is one of the vulnerability that we are getting, right? Then we have another one, MS08067. All right. We have MS17010. All right. MS17-010. All right. Then we have another one. Okay. These are the vulnerabilities that your browser is showing, right? These are the exploits that this browser is showing. Am I clear? Am I clear? Second way is, guys, second way is to open your Kali Linux, all right, and open a new terminal. And in that terminal, all right, open your Metasploit framework. Okay, so you will be doing what? You will be, you can say, launching Metasploit framework, correct? So to launch Metasploit framework, Karthik, what is the command? If I want to launch Metasploit framework in my machine, Karthik, what is the command I'll be typing? Karthik, you there? Hello,
Karthik is again not a student. He's
Karthik. Okay, okay, okay. Deepak, tell me.
MSF console.
No, no. What is the command we'll be typing to launch Metasploit framework?
MSF console, right?
Yeah, it's MSF console. Very nice. So as soon as you will be typing this command, guys, your Metasploit framework will be launched. All right. And then what you will be doing is you will be confirming that whether these exploits that we got from the browser are really available against Windows XP machine or not. All right. So we'll be checking that. It will take some time. Okay. My MSF console, I'm getting it. Correct. Now, guys, to check exploits for a particular operating system, what is the command I'll be typing? Devinder, you there? What is the command I'll be typing?
We would write search platform
Good.
column
Space
Windows
platform.
XP.
Very nice. Windows XP. We have service
XP2,
pack 2. Yeah.
then type the exploit.
Very nice. Right. And then we have exploit. Very nice. You'll be typing this, guys, and you'll get the information about the exploits that are related to Windows XP Service Pack 2. All right, so we'll be checking it. Wait, we'll be checking it. See, guys, I have started getting the exploits name, right? We have MS04045. This is again an exploit that we can use. Then we have another exploit with the name MS04011. We have an exploit with the name MS03046. As I explained you earlier, the first four letters MS and the number 03. It specifies MS specify Microsoft and 03 specifies the year in which it was detected. So MS03 means that this exploit was detected on 2003. Okay. Now we will be looking for MS006087, right? See, this is the one we got. All of you can check your chat box. This is the one I have written, MS17010. Along with that, I have also written this one, MS08067. This is also the exploit that we got, right? Is it or not, guys? This is the exploit, right? Now, guys, till here we have learned in enumeration. Till here, we learned that how you'll be getting the list of exploit auxiliaries payloads, correct? Today, I'm going to explain you that how we are going to further enumerate and use this information. So we got this exploit. Let's take this exploit MS08067, all right? And what I will be doing now is, guys, I will be going ahead and I'll be typing the command that is search and MS08067. I want to search further about this exploit. I want to perform enumeration. So I'm doing what I'm typing search and this exploit name. So I'll press enter and let's see what happens. See guys, as soon as I type the search, all right, I got the information, the name of the exploit, I got the discover date, I got the rank, and I got the description also. So how you'll be utilizing this information, right? So you will be doing what? You'll be typing the command that is use, and then you will be writing the complete name. So the best thing is just copy it, all right? Just copy this name and paste it over here. All right. So I typed use and the name of the exploit. I'll type enter. All right. And now I'm inside the exploit. Can you see the difference? Can all see the difference over here, guys? Previously, I was just getting MSF console, right? Now I am inside MSF inside that particular exploit, correct? Is it visible to everyone? Is it visible, guys?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, what I'll be doing, see, now I'm inside this exploit. So I will be first of all checking that what are the options that are available with me. So I will be typing the command that is show options. These are the options that are available, guys. All right. R port, which port we are using right now? How many ports were open previously when you checked it? How many ports were open, guys? See, three ports were open, right? And one of the port was 445, correct? Correct. And over here, if you'll be seeing, guys, see, I am utilizing the same port 445. This is the reason we say that you should be closing unnecessary ports and unnecessary services. This SMB port, this 445 is SMB port, guys, and it is very vulnerable. When this ransomware attack WannaCry, all right, attack the systems of the organization, that particular ransomware used the same port that is 445. Now we are using SMB 445 port. All right. Now one thing is missing over here, that is R host. R host stands for remote host. L host stands for local host. That is your machine. R host stands for remote host. That is target machine. This particular space is empty over here, and the description is the target IP address, right? So we have to first of all specify R host in this particular space. So how you'll be doing it? You'll be typing the command that is set R host space. All right. And then you'll be doing what? You'll be going and checking for the IP address of the target machine. This is the IP address. So you will be doing what? You'll be specifying it over here like this. Set R host this. Now you'll press enter, guys, and see it's saying R host has been set. Again, I'll check for confirmation that whether it is set or not. Now it's set. Correct? Correct? It's set now, right? Now, guys, everything is in place. So what I'll be doing next is I'll be typing the command that is exploit. All right, I'll type the command that is exploit. I'll press enter and see what happens. Now I'm getting what? I'm getting a metapreter. What is metapreter, guys? It's a kind of shell. So what I have right now, I have got the access of the target machine shell. All right, I got the access of a shell, but still I'm not confirmed that whether I'm still inside Kali Linux or I have taken the access of the target machine, that is Windows XP. This user is working in this machine and he has no idea that what is happening. He has no idea that whether his machine has been compromised or not. So over here, see, in Kali Linux, you got Metapreter. So first of all, we confirm that whether we are inside Kali Linux or Windows XP machine. So what I'll be doing is I'll be typing the command that is pwd. Pwd stands for present working directory. I'll press enter and what I'm getting, guys. What I'm getting. I'm getting the terminal as C:/Windows/system32. And this is what? This is the terminal of for Windows machine, right? Can anyone tell me by seeing this that what kind of privileges we have? Admin or user? What kind of privileges we have?
We have admin privilege.
That's correct. We have admin privileges. Let me explain you why. See guys, if I will be opening my command prompt normally, all right, as a user, you always get the terminal like this. C colon user colon the name of the user. But if you will be opening your command prompt with administrative rights, all right, you always get the terminal like this. C Windows System 32. That is the reason, all right, we are saying that we have got the target machine as an administrator. You don't have to escalate your privilege because the privileges you're getting right now are of admin. All right. Now, guys, further I want to confirm that whether I am inside Windows machine or not. So one way I'll be doing is I'll be checking the system files. All right. I'll be checking what? I'll be checking system files. System files. If we are inside Kali Linux, the extension of the files will be daemon. And if we are inside Windows machine, the extension will be DLL. All right. So we'll be checking for .dll files. If it is present, it means it's confirmed that we are inside Windows. If it is not DLL, it means we are inside Kali Linux. So for that, I'll be typing the command that is ls. ls stands for list. All right. So I'll type enter and let's see what happens. Now, guys, what is the extension of the file I'm getting over here? .dll, right? Is it or not? So it's confirmed that I'm inside Windows machine. Now I'm inside Windows machine, guys. As an administrator, I'm inside this machine. Let's suppose the user in this machine is doing some work and he's typing that is hello. Let's suppose Vardhan. Okay, this is what user is writing. Hello, Vardhan. Okay. Now, as an attacker, what you'll be doing is in this terminal, without the knowledge of the user, you can take the screenshot of that machine. How? You'll be typing the command that is screenshot. Press enter and let's see what happens, guys. It's saying that screenshot is saved to this particular location. All right. With the name WMC. So I'll go to my root directory. All right. And I'll be checking. I'll go to root. And inside root, I'll be doing what? I'll be checking for the machine that is this one, right? The same thing is visible to all of you. It is the same thing that user was typing, guys, in his machine? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So you are doing what? You have taken the screenshot of that particular machine, guys. All right. Without the user's knowledge, user is having no idea that what is happening, his computer has been compromised. He has no idea. So this is how you will be doing the screenshot.
One
Okay.
question, sir.
Hmm.
So at this scenario, the targeted machine has been hacked, right?
Yeah, it's compromised now.
Okay.
It's compromised now. You are inside this machine, it will without the knowledge. See, we had the same definition, right? That when you will be taking unauthorized access of the target machine, that is termed as hack. If I would have asked this particular user that can I use your machine with his knowledge, if I'm using his machine, that is not a hack. But right now, what is happening? Without his knowledge, we are inside his machine, right? And as an administrator, we are inside. So this is a hack. Okay. Now, second thing is, guys, since you are inside the shell and you are the administrator, you can do anything in that machine. You can do anything, guys. Now, second thing is, all of you remember I told you under which folder the password of Windows machines are saved? All of you remember that?
SAM.
Yes. SAM folder, right? That's correct. Now, I
Sorry,
told
what
you.
you said, sir? Can you come again?
Okay, Sharanya, what is the folder where the password of Windows machine was saved? We discussed this last week.
Sorry, sir. Don't remember that folder name.
It was SAM folder, security account manager folder.
Okay.
And what was the syntax I told you guys? I told you syntax something like this, right? I told you that it is saved in this particular fashion inside SAM folder. We have administrator. We have colon 500. I told you the credentials of admin is always 500. Then we have colon and we have certain, you can say, hashes, right? So I told you that this hash, right? This hash from here to here, it is known as LM hash, and this hash from here to here is known as NTLM hash. So the hash, this LM hash is our password. So the next thing that we are performing over here, guys, is I will be grabbing the password of this machine. So let's see, I will be typing the command that is hash dump. I'll type this command and let's see what happens. See guys, as soon as I type the command hash dump, I got the following information. Now, how you'll get to know that which of the account is for the administrator? How you'll be checking it? You'll be checking the credentials. All right. See, for administrator, the credential is 500. For guest is 501. For help assistant, it's 1000. And for support, it's 102. So as I told you, for administrator, the credential is always 500. All right. And this is the syntax I told you right now, right? Administrator colon 500 colon LM hash colon NTLM hash. So your password is somewhere here, guys. So you'll copy this. All right. You'll copy this password. Now I told you a password cracking method. I told you password cracking method using which you will be cracking the hash passwords also. Emmy, you there? Emmy Joyce?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the platform we'll be using now for doing that?
Windows.
Windows. I told you a method, right? We have various
We
password
have
cracking
three
methods.
methods, sir, which is
We have four.
online attack.
See, we have four methods. First was offline, second was active, third was passive, and fourth was offline. Under offline, we have what? We have the tool, right? That
Yeah,
was that
rain,
was a rainbow table.
rainbow tape.
Correct. So we will be using rainbow table now, guys. So I will be opening this rainbow table. And as I told you, whatever hash you have copied, you'll be pasting that hash in this white space. All right. If this crack is available, all right. If this crack is available, then what will happen is you will be getting the result. But if crack is not available, they will be asking you to submit this hash, and within a week they'll be giving you the crack. So I have just typed it. I'll click on submit and see what they are saying. They are saying that this particular hash that I have submitted, the plain text for that particular hash is 123. Is it what it's shown in your screen, guys? Correct? Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the password for that particular target machine is 123. Now let's confirm it. I will be lock. I'll lock this machine out. All right. I'll lock this machine. It's locked out. So I'll try to put different passwords. Let's suppose I'll be typing the password that is PASSWORD. It's opening. No. I'll be typing 9876543221. Is it opening? No. I'll be typing admin. Is it opening? No. I'll be typing capital ADMIN. Is it opening? No. Let's suppose I'll be typing, you can say Deepak, DEEPAK. Is it opening, guys? No. But as soon as I'll be typing 123, is it back? Is this machine back? So what you have done, guys, now? You have done what? You have cracked the password of that target machine also. Now you are having the password also. This is another method. Am I clear? Am I clear? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. So this is how you will be cracking the passwords also, guys. Remotely, I'm talking about, right? Now, guys, we have done these two things. Now you want, all right. Now you want to do what? You want to take the access of the complete machine. You want to see live in front of you that what the target is doing. If he is opening, you can say notepad. Is he going for the browser? Is he opening, you can say music player? Is he surfing something else? All right. So whatever he is doing, all right, you want to get it in your system also, right? So what you'll be doing in that case? In that case, first of all, you will be coming out of this metaparator. All right, you will come out of this metaparator, the shell. And then you will be doing what? You will be typing the command that is exit. All right, you'll type this command exit. You'll again inside the exploit. Now you'll again check the options with you, right? So you'll be typing the command that is show option. So guys, previously you were just getting these options, right? Correct? Yes or no? Previously you were getting just this information, right? But as soon as you use this metapreter, you are getting an option of the payload. So a payload is available now for this particular exploit. But we have already used metapreter, correct? Yes or no? We already use metapreter now, right? So I don't want this metapreter in this payload. So what I'll be doing is I want to replace it. So first of all, I'll be checking that how many payloads are available for this particular exploit. That is MS08067. So I will be typing the command that is show payloads. As soon as I typed, guys, these are the payloads that are available. If you are working inside an organization as a pen tester, guys, you have to check each and every payload over here. That is why pen testing activities are very lengthy. They are very expensive. All right. And they are very time consuming because you have to check each and every information, every vulnerability, every exploit that you are receiving. So over here, you are getting so many payloads. So since we don't have much time, guys, I'm directly telling you which one is working over here. So this is the one which will be working all right for us, Windows, VNC inject, reverse TCP. But we have so many payloads that are available. You have to use all of these payloads. Okay. But we will be using which one? We'll be using this one. So I'll copy it. Now to replace the previous one with the same one, all right, you'll be typing the command that is set payload. And then you will be pasting this name that you have. Okay, you'll press enter and the payload has been set. Now let's check whether it has been replaced or not. Is it replaced now, guys? Previously you were getting metapreter over here, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you're getting VNC inject. Now guys, everything is set. As I told you, Lhost is your machine. Lport is your local port that you are using to listen to the target machine. All right. Rhost is the target machine. Rport is the port that is open in the target machine. Now, since everything is set, again, I'll be typing the command that is exploit. I'll press enter and let's see, guys, what I'm getting in front of me. The same screen that the user was using, right? Now, let's suppose user don't want to listen to this music player. So he will be closing it. He don't want to go to and surf the internet. The same thing will be happening in your system also. See, only notepad is open. Let's suppose user again decide to open and listen to the music. So he'll be opening the music, all right, and see the same thing will be coming in your screen. So this is known as your system hacking, guys. Now I have the complete control of his machine. I can do anything with this machine. I can even look what that user is doing. Only restrictions over here is it's known as passive session hijacking. Why passive, guys? Because I cannot close these terminals at my end. See, I cannot order, you can say close it directly using my mouse. I cannot close them. I cannot close them. This is what is the limitation. Am I clear? Am I clear, guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, means it's only read only, like only.
Yeah. It's known as passive session hijacking.
Yeah.
It's known as passive session hijacking, in which you will be taking the control of the systems, but you cannot perform anything. You will be able to watch what the user is doing. Everything he is performing, you'll be able to watch, but you will not be able to perform the things at your end. Okay. So this is your system hacking, guys. All right. This is how you'll be taking the access of the system. This is how you will be controlling the system. Now, once you are done with everything, let's suppose you want to cover your tracks. All right. You want to cover your tracks, guys. So what you'll be doing is, wait a minute. What you'll be doing is you will be again taking the access of the system as metaparator. All right. And you will be writing the following commands over here. I'm writing the commands. All of you note it down and then later on you will be performing it. Right. We have metaparator. Once you getting the access of the metaparator, inside metaparator, you will be writing these commands. We have clear EV that is used to clear logs. Then we have next guys that is get ID. This is a command that you'll be using to get current process ID. Then we have the command guys that is known as get prefs. Get prefs is a command that you guys will be using to get as many privileges as possible. All right, to get as many privileges as possible. All right. Then we have another command that is known as PS that will be giving you the list of the processes. We have kill. This is a command to kill any process that was running in the target machine. Then we have the command that is screenshot. We already used it to get the screenshot of the target machine. All right. Then we have next we have, apart from screenshot, we have a command that is known as reboot. And we have a command that is known as shut down. So guys, can anyone tell me why after a successful hack, a hacker always reboot or shut down the system? What is the reason for that? What is the
So
reason
that
for that?
people cannot trace him back.
How?
The footprints should be removed.
It's
They
like
will not be removed.
sabotaging or rebooting is for any what is that backdoor malware he has installed to get it reflecting or to check whether his reverse connection is getting established or not. Reboot is one of the scenario of reboot is that, or shutdown is to ensure that the service is disrupt for the end customer.
Heard about these two things? Heard about these two things, guys?
The cache.
Memories.
Volatile memory and non-volatile memory. Volatile memory is a memory that gets lost as soon as the computer is turned off. Non-volatile memory retains itself. It includes your hard disk and other material, right? Volatile memory is very, very important for the forensic guys. It's very important, guys. Volatile memory. And it contains the information related to the cache, related to the registers, all right. It contains the information related to the processes that were running at that time. It contains the information about the, you can say, connections that were set up. It contains the information about the ports that were open. It contains the information about the services that were open and many more things, right? That is the reason attackers do what? They always shut down the system after a successful hack. The reason is they want to remove this memory, volatile memory. And once volatile memory is removed, these all information are gone. They are gone. And the forensic guys will be, it will be very difficult for them to do the forensics at that time, right? It will be a lengthy task for them. This is the reason we do what? As a hacker, we shut down the system after a successful hack. All right. So what I'll be doing now is I'll go back to the terminal, and over here, guys, again I will be doing what? I will again perform the same hack to get Metasploit framework access. Again, I will be opening MSF console. Okay. I want to get Metaparator, all right. So I'm going to show you again what we all did, what I did in the complete practical. All right. Those who have missed any step, you can again write it over here. So you will be typing in MSF console. I will be directly searching for the exploit MS08067.
Sir, we cannot hear you.
I was just waiting for this result. Now, guys, as soon as I got the result, again, I'm doing the same thing. I'll copy this particular name, okay, and I'll type the command that is use. All right, and I will be doing what? I'll be pasting it over. As soon as I'll be doing it, I'll be inside this exploit. I'll check the options with me. So I'll type the command that is show options. These are the options, guys, where port 445 is used, but ROS is not set. So I will be setting this ROST. So to set this ROST, I'll be copying the ROST from here. This is the IP address of the target machine. I'll do what? I'll go ahead and I'll type it over here. That is set RHost. And then you'll be pressing. Okay. Again, check options. Now it has been set. Now since it's set, guys, what I'll be doing, I'll be typing the command that is exploit. Okay. As soon as I'll be doing it, I will be getting the access of the metapreter shell. Now I will be showing you metapreter. I got metapreter, guys. All right. Now over here, we will be checking for your logs. In case of Windows, logs are saved inside the folder that is event viewer. Under event viewer, you'll be getting logs. So for applications, we have 27 events. For security, we have 1 event. And for system, we have 70 events. And all these logs will be containing the information. Anyhow, they will be containing the information about this hack also. The compromise which I did with this machine. Now I don't want these logs to get in hands of forensic guy because I can get caught. So what I'll be doing over here, guys, is I will be clearing these logs. How you'll be clearing these logs? Inside metapreter, you'll be writing the command that is clear EV. As soon as I'll be typing clear EV, all right, see, 27 records from application, 70 records from system, and 1 record from security is gone. Let's check it. Okay, I'll open this event viewer again. And if I'll be checking now for application, how many logs are there now, guys? How many logs are there? Zero, right? For system, 0, right? So this is how we did what we just removed the logs remotely. Remotely we remove the logs. Second thing that I can do over here is using this shell.
So, question. Does it remove all the logs or only related to metapreter?
It will be removing all the logs from the system, all the logs.
Okay, that is going to give
From the
away, right?
target
If
machine,
someone is removed.
Yeah, it will be removing all the logs from the target machine. Whatever logs are saved over there, it will be removing them. Okay.
So we
Now,
cannot just
guys,
remove our logs, not instead of just removing all the logs.
try to remove only your logs. Remove all the logs. The
And,
ultimate thing is you don't want to get caught, right? So it will be removing all the logs from the system. All the logs.
yeah, that's sort of a giveaway.
It's not like, see, you are hacking, you are removing the logs. The ultimate goal is to not get caught.
Okay.
Now you don't know which log belongs to you, which log belongs to the machine, right? You don't know that. How you'll be differentiating that which log belongs to you, because logs are not in human readable language. They are machine readable. So you'll not never be able to get which logs belongs to your hack, which not belongs to your hack. So the best solution is remove everything. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
Now guys, over here, second thing is I want to get the processes, the current process ID. So I will be typing the command that is get PID. I'll press enter. This is the current process ID that is running into the machine. That we have another one that is to get the privileges. I will be typing the command get privs. I'll type the command get privs, and these are the privileges that I can gather. But since I have logged in as an administrator, I have taken this target machine as an administrator, I don't require these privileges because I'm already an administrator, right? Then I'll be typing the command, the processes that are running in the target machine. So these are the processes that are running, guys. All right, all these processes are running. Now, since previously I was not able to remove that particular machine, all right, these services from my end. Now I will be doing what? I will be closing these programs remotely from my computer. So I will be typing the command that is kill. First of all, I want to do what? I want to close this notepad, or I want to close this. You can say music player, right? So we have music player, this one, right? So the process is 912. So I will be typing the command kill 912. Press enter. What it's saying? It's saying killing 912. And let's check. See, it's gone. It's gone. I want to close this notepad also in which we have written hello Vardhan. So I will be doing what? I'll be typing the command that is kill and check for notepad. What is the PID? For notepad, PID is 472. Type the command 472 and press enter. See, it's gone. So this is how you will be clearing your logs, guys. Once you are done with everything, all right, once you are done with everything, you will be doing what? You will be typing the command that is shutdown. This is the information sysinfo you can type to get the complete information about the target machine. All right. Lockdown users, 2 users. One is the actual one. Second one is me. All right. And this is what you are getting, guys. Sysinfo. Correct. You can also check till since how long this target machine is idle. This machine is idle. How long? So you can type the command that is idle time. Not working. Why? It's idle. User has been idle for 4 minutes 25 seconds. Since 4 minutes 25 seconds, I have not done any activity in this machine. So it's giving me the idle time also, right? Correct? So this is what, guys, this is what you can do. Now you have gathered all the information from the target machine. It's time to cover your tracks by removing volatile memory, right? So for that, you'll be typing what? You'll be typing the command that is reboot, or you can type shutdown. So I'm typing reboot. As soon as I'll press enter, guys, see. Is it logging off? I have not done anything with this Windows XP machine. Whatever commands I'm typing using my Kali Linux. And this is the result I'm getting. So this is what you guys will be doing when you will be getting this. setup. All right. So I will be typing exit. I will be typing history. And these are the commands that I have typed so far. Today we have typed these commands, guys.
So can we break for 10 minutes?
Huh? Yeah, we'll be taking it. See, guys, one request from all of you. Don't ask for the break when we are in the middle of the session, right? Because it will be breaking the flow. Once the topic will be cleared, I will myself giving you the break. So don't please don't say that so we can have the break. I hope all of you are getting my point. Because see, if we'll be
Yes.
taking a break of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, now this topic will not be completed, right? So again, I have to come back. I have to again, you can say, give you the revision that what we have done. So in my opinion, whenever we are starting a topic, I want to complete it before the break. Then we can have the break. There's no problem. Okay. So
So
I will
can
be
you
giving the break. I will be giving the break. All right. Myself, don't worry. I'll be giving you the breaks. Okay.
scroll up a bit, please?
Wait a minute. I'm just sharing the commands with all of you. Guys, all of you can copy these commands I've shared in the chat box. Copy
Yeah, if
them.
you can just scroll up a bit.
Yeah. Till where you want to scroll me?
Yeah, this is where I think from the starting. Yeah, no, I think the history you had, right? This is
I have already shared the history. So everything I have done, I have shared the history with you. See, everything over here shared. Everything. Okay. So this is what we have to do, guys, and this is we have to learn in system hacking. Once you'll be getting the machine, all right, the setup, please try to perform these steps. So this is what we have to do. Let's take a break of 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we'll be coming back and we'll be doing what? We'll be starting a new module that is malware threats. So let's take a break, guys. Thank you.
So can you probably this screen is fine, and the history screen immediately below history, I think I got it. I think the middle one, I think maybe if you can show.
I have shared everything in the chat box. Fine.
Oh, it's there. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, every command I have shared in the chat box. You can copy it from here.
Yeah, I see. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So let's take a break, guys. Thank you. Hey guys, all are here. All are here, guys. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the next module. Can I remove this, my screen?
It is not.
Can I remove this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Interesting. Module of the day is malware threats. Let me remove this one. So what do you mean by malwares, guys? Malware.
Software program designed with the mal threats.
Anyone else who wants to add to the definition of malware?
Malicious software.
Software which is used to
There's an echo.
exploit.
There's
Take
an echo
advantage.
coming. Okay, someone said malicious software, right?
Yes.
Who said it? Gave the definition of malicious software.
Sir, I said it.
All right, good. See, malware stands for malicious software. And what is it? It's a malicious software that damages or disables computer system and gives limited or full control of that system to the attacker. Again repeating, malware stands for malicious software that damages or disables the computer system and gives limited or full control of the system to the attacker. Depending upon malwares, we have various types of malwares. All right, so I'm writing types of malwares. So we have what? We have virus, we have worms, we have Trojan, we have, you can say, apart from Trojans, we have spywares, we have keyloggers, have adwares, we have, you can say, apart from adwares, we have rootkits, we have ransomware, very nice. Apart from that, we have hoax. All right. Apart from that, we have script. Clean. Botnet is not an malware. It's a combination of compromised machine. Okay, so these are the type of malwares we have. All right, so we are going to discuss about all of them one by one. So talking about virus, can anyone define virus? Define virus, guys.
Malware that gets invoked basis some action of the user.
Guys, please take the screenshot. I don't think what happened. Can you please take? That I can remove this and I'll be opening it again. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Now it's okay. Okay, so we were talking about malware. So what is a virus, guys? Is it a word itself or it's an acronym?
It just infects files in an iterative process.
It's an acronym.
What is the full form? If it's an acronym, what is the full form? It stands for vital information resources under these of your virus. Okay, that's the full form. And always remember, a virus is a combination of certain kind of algorithm plus certain kind of code. It's a combination. So what is virus? If I will be defining a virus, virus is a self-replicating program that produces its own copy by attaching it to another program on a computer system or on a document. All right, that is a virus. Depending upon virus, we have various categories of virus. We have macrovirus, have stealth virus, boot sector virus, we have boot sector virus, we have polymorphic virus, and we have metamorphic virus. These are the type of viruses we have, guys. And let me tell you one thing, from this particular module, you will be getting at least 4 to 5 questions. 3 questions will be from this virus itself. They will be asking you what is a microvirus. They'll be asking you what is boot sector virus, and they can ask you what is polymorphic virus. All right, or metamorphic virus. So please be ready with these questions. All right, that's what I have just explained it in the beginning. Now we'll be discussing about these viruses, but before that, I want to just, you can say, I just want to, you can say, ask you that what is the working of an antivirus? Antivirus in your system, right? All of you use antivirus in your system?
Detect and
Anything that
prevent.
stops the
Guys,
activity of above.
the thing is, see, your answers are correct. I guess Afzal or Muthu, right? But your voice is echoing. It's echoing or not?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Any software that stops the above antivirus, the above various types of virus is called as antivirus. That is which stops malicious activity.
That's correct. But what is on what basis your antivirus works?
See, initial
It
days,
stands.
pattern signatures.
Okay, one of the thing is signature. Very nice. Tell you that is heuristics. And third thing is your behavior. These are the 3 factors on which your antivirus works. I am not talking about a specific antivirus, guys. Whatever antivirus are there in the market, Avast, Avira, Kaspersky, Norton's, all right, Quick Heal, whatever. These antivirus organizations are having what? They are having their own database of the signature of well-known viruses. All right. So whenever they will be scanning the system, they will be comparing the signature of that particular file with the signature present in the database. If the signature matches, all right. If the signature matches, it means that you can say if the signature matches, it means that's a virus. Otherwise, it's a clean file. All right. And one thing that's a bitter truth, that is all these organizations themselves create the virus. They spread that virus into the market, and later on they do what? They release the antivirus. This is their marketing strategy, guys. So this is what, guys, this is your, you can say, bitter truth. Now, talking about signature, as I told you, all these antivirus organization, all right, they are having their own database. They compare the signatures, and if the signature is not present, the file is termed as clean. The disadvantage of signature-based approach is that it cannot detect unknown viruses. The viruses which have not been detected yet cannot be discovered by the signature approach. Second thing is heuristic. In heuristic, what it will be doing is it will be using certain kind of algorithm plus signatures. Using what? It be using certain kind of algorithm plus signatures, guys, for heuristic approach. Now, what is the advantage of heuristic approaches? This approach can even detect unknown viruses. The viruses which have not been discovered yet, this approach can do what? It can detect those viruses also. But with advantages come disadvantages also. So what are the disadvantages we have, guys? Disadvantages of heuristic approach is that many a times it will be flagging a legitimate file as malicious. How many of you are fond of playing games, online games? I'm very much fond of playing online games, guys. Anyone over here who is fond of playing online games? Computer games. Not now in your college days. No one?
Yeah. I think not now, but maybe 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, during college time, right? So at that time, guys, you remember, since we were in college, right? We were having this mindset that for protecting the system, antiviruses are very important. But we don't have money, so we do what? We go to the internet and we used to do what? We used to download the, you can say, open source version, right? That is the free version. Now that free version also used to do what? It used to prompt some warnings. So when you go and download a gaming file, all right, that file is installed in your system, then it used to ask you to download, I guess, the file name was DXS or something like that. So you know that the file is not malicious, the platform is not malicious. So as soon as you try to download that file, your antivirus gives you the warning, right? The file you are downloading is malicious. So at that time, what you used to do? You used to either stop, you can say pause your antivirus for a certain period of time, or you have to forcefully manually download that file. Remember? So that was what? That was the heuristic approach of your antivirus. Heuristic approach means that many a times it will be flagging a legitimate file as malicious. Then we have third one, guys, that is behavioral. This behavioral approach will be checking that what are the changes the file that is incoming into the system, what are the changes it's making on the file system and into the registry. And depending upon that, it will be flagging the activity as malicious. One thing I want to tell you related to this behavior approach, guys, all of you open your user account control settings. All if you open it, type UAC in the search box and you'll be getting it. User account control settings. Open it. Once you'll be opening it, all right, you'll be getting a pop-up box like this, a screen like this. All of you getting it? All of you are getting it?
Yes, sir.
All of you getting it, right? Okay, now guys, in front of you, how many of you are having this setting in your system? How many of you are having the same settings as you are seeing in my screen?
Not me, sir.
Those who are having, it's very good. All right, those who are having, it's very good. Afzal, your camera is open. Can you turn it off? Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
guys.
No problem. See, those who are having this, it's very good. Those who are not having it, just change it, guys. All right. Right away, change it. Now, I'm explaining you why. See, let's suppose you visited a website and a malware got downloaded into your system. Now, what these malwares generally do is they try to download the supporting files, all right, into your system. Now, if you have not, you can say, made this kind of setting, you will never be notified that what files are getting downloaded by the malware. But once you'll be making this change, every time any file in your system, if it try to download anything in your system, if it try to make any change to the Windows, all right, you will be notified. So this is the advantage that you should be taking. So always put this bar at the top. Always put it at the top, all right? And once you are doing it, your system will be secured. Am I clear? Am I clear? Then we have, guys, depending upon this is your antivirus working. Now talking about the viruses. Macro virus is a type of virus which infects only the Microsoft files. Okay. Macro virus is a type of virus which infects only the Microsoft files. Stealth virus is a type of virus, all right. It used to do what? Let's suppose this is your antivirus, all right. Now this is your stealth virus that is coming. Let's suppose this is your stealth virus, all right, that is coming into the system. Okay, this is the stealth virus. Now what will happen, guys, is this stealth virus will be doing what? This is your stealth virus, all right. Now this stealth virus will be doing what? It will be hiding its malicious files. Okay, it will all hide its malicious file. Now this antivirus will be asking this stealth virus to provide the file so that it can check. So the stealth virus will be doing what? It will be grabbing a legitimate file and it will be giving it to antivirus. Now antivirus will be checking this legitimate file and is as it is you can say legitimate, it will be allowing the stealth virus to pass. This is why it's very difficult to catch stealth virus. The only way to catch stealth virus, guys, is to update your antivirus regularly. This is the only way you can catch stealth viruses. Otherwise, there is no way. Then we have boot sector virus. Boot sector virus will be doing what? It will be moving where the MBR is placed in the hard disk, guys. Where MBR is placed? Afzal, at which place MBR is placed in the hard disk? Afzal, you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. At
In
which place?
32?
Huh? Where it is placed? MBR? Okay.
Master boot record.
Master boot record. Where it is placed? Where it is
Uh,
placed?
it is in boot drive.
What is the name? Guys, anyone? Where is your MBR?
Bootloader. Bootloader, sir.
Bootloader and MBR are placed together at what place? This is what I'm asking. I explained in the very first class.
Sector 0.
Correct. Sector 0 it is placed, right? So what will happen? This boot sector will be doing what? It will be moving your MBR. All right. It will be moving MBR to another location from sector 0. And it will do what? It will copy itself. Now what will happen, guys? Whenever you will be starting your system, all right, the control will be going to the hard disk, and this fake malware will be executed first, and then the control will be sent to the original MBR. This is what boot sector virus is all about. Please remember it. It moves the MBR to another location in the hard disk. This is a question that comes regularly in exam. So please make sure you are answering it correctly. Then we have polymorphic virus, guys. Polymorphic virus is a virus, all right, in which algorithm remains the same. Algorithm remains the same, but whenever it gets attached to a new file, code gets changed. All right. Algorithm remains the same, but code gets changed every time it attached to a new file. That is known as polymorphic virus. Then we have metamorphic virus, guys. In metamorphic virus, both algorithm and code gets changed every time they get attached to a new file. So this is what this is your metamorphic virus. We have one more virus. Let me write it over here. That is known as cavity virus. What is cavity virus? Any idea what is cavity virus? All of you have heard about tooth cavity? What happened? It decays your teeth, right? Is it or not? The same thing happens with cavity virus also. Cavity virus does not get attached to the end of the file like other viruses. It do what, guys? Instead of that, it will be using free spaces within the program files, all right, and get attached over there. It gets filled in the free spaces. This is the reason, guys, again, cavity viruses are very, very difficult to catch. It's very difficult to detect a cavity virus that is present in your system because it is not getting attached to a file. It is doing what? It is getting inserted into the free spaces within the program files. So this is about your viruses. Then we have worms. Unlike viruses, guys, worms travel freely over the network. All right, they travel freely over the network. Can anyone tell me the basic difference between a virus and a worm? Can anyone tell me the basic difference between a virus and a worm?
Virus spreads too fast and worm it is little bit slow, I think.
It is propagation mechanism.
Okay.
Like virus requires some action from a user's end. A worm spreads on
Very
it.
nice. Very nice. This is the word I was expecting. It is known as human intervention. For virus to spread, human intervention is required, whereas worms travels freely over the network. For example, guys, my computer is having a virus. That virus will not be infecting your computer unless and until I will be sharing a USB drive, a pen drive, or I'll be asking you to go and download the same song from the same website, right? So human intervention is required for viruses to spread, whereas worms spread freely over the network. The first virus of the world was brain, all right, and it was being developed by Pakistani brothers. First virus. The first worm of the world was named as Morris, and he was a researcher. He did all this. He was a researcher, guys, and you can say by default he created the swarm, and because the swarm, most of the organization in the US were affected. You can say billions of dollars were lost. So later on, this researcher was sent back to jail, and a huge penalty was fined against him. So that was Morris. All right. Then we have next term that is known as Trojan. What is a Trojan, guys? Can anyone tell me? What is Trojan?
It is backend, like it is a malware, but it
What?
It takes a
backend
backdoor entry.
backdoor entry.
It gives the backdoor access. That's correct. A Trojan is a kind of malware that provides the backdoor access to the attacker. That's as simple as that, guys. All right. The best thing about Trojans is that they looks like a legitimate application. Again, repeating, the best thing about Trojans are that they looks like, you can say, legitimate applications. Okay. Now, if a Trojan is inserted in your computer, guys, then you will not be having any idea that a Trojan is there, and that Trojan can give the backdoor entry to me into your system without your knowledge. That is known as Trojans. All right. Now we have another one that is known as spywares. Now spywares are the type of malwares that will be doing what? That will be doing what? Spywares are the type of malwares. Yeah. Spywares are the yeah. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
It won't affect any of the program, but it will be keep on monitoring our activity and sending the data to the,
Details to the attacker.
yeah.
Exactly. That is spyware. Then we have keyloggers, guys. Keyloggers will be doing what? They will be monitoring each and every keystroke of your computer. That is the reason many of the banks, mostly SBI Bank and HDFC Bank, they don't allow users, all right, they don't allow users to use the keyboard while putting their credentials. They always provide a virtual keyboard. How many of you have experienced this? This is to prevent any kind of malware that has been installed into the system. All right, that is the precautionary methods. And it's not like, guys, that it's always the hackers or attackers who will be installing keyloggers in your system. Many a time it happens that the organization that provides the, you can say, the laptops to their employees, they also install keyloggers into the system. The reason for that is they want to track the activities of the users, and they want to find out any malicious insider in the organization. Then we have adwares. What are adwares, guys? What
Malwares
are
that
adwares?
comes as ads.
That's correct.
The
When you surf the internet, we get so many pop-ups and advertisements, right? See, I'm not saying that all the advertisements are malicious, but most of them are. So that is what that are adwares. All right. Then we have rootkits. I explained rootkits, guys. Rootkits are the malicious programs that hides the presence of the attacker and their malicious activities, as well as gives the, you can say, as well as gives the access to the attacker of that system, all right, at that time or in future. That is your rootkits. Then we have hoax. What is hoax, guys? What is hoax? Anyone? What is hoax?
Just false threat kind of thing.
Very nice, Devin. It's a false warning. Let me take a simple you can say day-to-day life example. How many of you try downloading songs from internet using your mobile phone? Whenever we hear a new song, we try to download it, right? Now it's not very common because we have so many applications like we have, you can say Savan and GeoServer and these kind of applications, right? But prior to that, we used to download songs into our mobile phones, right? So do you remember, guys, that when you download the songs, you get so many links. When you'll be clicking any of the link, you will be going to the website. And over there is an option that download, all right, in MP3 or MP4 format. Many a times it happens that as soon as you'll be clicking on download button, you are directed to a new website in which it will be written your phone name, and at the bottom it will be written that your phone is infected with a virus. Click to scan. How many of you have experienced this situation? It's very common. How many of you have experienced it? So that is what, guys, whatever warning you are getting at that time, that is a hoax. It's a fake warning. If you will be clicking on that particular scan button, at that time your phone is gone. It will be compromised or malware will be downloaded. But the you can say the intelligence is as soon as you get these kind of pop-up, you can say this kind of you can say URLs, just close them as soon as you are getting it. So that is what, guys, that is your, you can say, hoax. Then we have ransomware. What is ransomware? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? What is a ransomware, guy?
Asking for some payment.
Yeah.
Which takes
No,
the data.
Correct.
any,
Directly it
any,
will be asking for the payment.
Takes the control of
Yeah,
all the
Muthu, go
files,
They will
data.
encrypt all the data and
Correct. The main thing is they will be encrypting all the data in your system. So what will happen at that time? After decrypting, they will be asking certain amount of money for decrypting it, all right? After encrypting your system, they will be asking certain amount of money for decrypting it. The money that they are asking is known as ransom. That's why the name is ransomware. World's, you can say, biggest ransomware attack was WannaCry. And it took place in two phases. Just search it about it later on, right? So first attack was unsuccessful. Second attack was a huge success for the attacker. First attack that occurred with WannaCry, it was a failure. A huge failure was there because you can say the keys can be decrypted easily, all right, in that attack. But later attack that was WannaCry 2, that was something like you can say huge success. Then we have next, guys, that is Cryptor. What is Cryptor, guys? Can anyone tell me? What is a Cryptor? Any idea? What is Cryptor?
it encrypts the data and keep.
Okay. Cryptor, I'm asking now, what is a Cryptor? What is Cryptor, guys? Go ahead, go ahead. What is a Cryptor?
Is it something which changes the form of the data?
Okay, form of the data. Why it's changing? Somewhat correct, but why it's changing?
Looks like just to
Oh,
cause the
yeah.
problem, because otherwise it would be a ransomware.
It is a kind of software that protects malware from analysis. All right. Your malware, you need to get delivered it into the system, right? Target machine. Now, what you'll be doing is you will be using Cryptor because Cryptor is a software that protects the malware from analysis. Am I clear? Am I clear, guys? It's a type of component of malware. Then we have another one that is known as cleaner. Can anyone tell me something about cleaner? Okay, before that, how many of you have heard about this attack? How many of you have heard about this attack?
I heard it, forgot.
This attack took place in Saudi, all right, and it was a very famous attack. It's a kind of ransomware attack which turned into, you can say, more deadliest form. What happened in this attack, guys, is it was particularly for the Saudi region. So the attackers did what? They encrypted the system, all right, like in ransomware. But what they did is they also used the cleaner in that ransomware. So the work of cleaner was to remove the data from the databases, from the systems. It was deleting the data. So later on, many of the organization, after getting, you can say, infected, many of the organization even paid the ransom. But after that also, they were not able to get their data back because it was being removed by this cleaner. So that is what, that is your cleaner, guys. And this is about the malwares and its types. Clear? Now, guys, what are the ways a malware can get into your system? Any idea?
Email.
Nice. Emails is one of the, we can say, primary reason. Apart from that,
Downloading
So
unknown
engineering,
software.
okay, downloading, another one, good one. Then
free softwares or
free softwares, correct. Then your removable devices, right?
USB.
That is again a reason.
Yes.
Or instant messaging applications. That is a very common platform, guys. Do you get sometimes a lot of links embedded in a message? Right? Either it be a text message or a message in your Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. Do you get it? That is what? That is again a way. So these are way using which a malware can get into your system. All right. Now we will be discussing about one more important topic, guys. That is known as components of malware. Please take the screenshot, all of you. Please, all of you take the screenshot. All of you have taken the screenshot, guys. Now we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is malware component. It's done. Can I remove it? Hello.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, guys, we have another topic that is known as malware components. Yeah. Okay. One thing I want to tell you, see, malware is a common term, but it's composed of various components altogether. Likewise, guys, whenever you'll be going to the market to a showroom, do you say that I want to purchase an engine? Let's suppose you went to purchase a car. So is it like to the dealer you are saying I want to purchase an engine, or I want to purchase the steering, or I just want to purchase the body, I want to purchase the seats, or I want to purchase the tire? Does it happen? That does it happen anytime? No, right? What we say, whenever you go to purchase a car, you'll be saying I want to purchase a car. So car is what? It's a combination of different components, right? Is it or not? Is it or not, guys? Various components, all right, are merged together and then it is called a car. Yes. Same thing applies over here also with malwares. Various components of malwares are there that comprises together and then all together we call it as a malware, all right? So we have what? We have a term that is known as scripter. Then we have a term that is known as downloader. Then we have a term that is known as dropper. Then we have a term that is known as inject. Then we have a term that is known as ops. Then we have a term that is known as exploit. Term that is known as payload. A term that is known as malicious. what guys, these are the components of a malware. All right. Now we will be discussing about these components one by one. As I told you earlier, what is a cryptor? Cryptor is a type of software that protects the malware from analysis. Okay. Then we have another one that is known as downloader. The work of downloader is to download the malware from the internet. That's it. You were surfing the internet, you got an ad in between, you clicked on that ad and you are directed to some malicious website. As soon as you are directed to that malicious website, a dropper will be there, which will be downloading the malware into a system. That's it. Then there is a dropper. The work of dropper is to install that malware into your system. That is the work of dropper. Then we have next, that is injector, guys. The work of injector is to inject malicious code into the services that are already running inside the system. That is injector. Then we have next, guys, that is known as obfuscator. What is obfuscator, guys? What is obfuscator?
It hides that as a malware.
It is what is that duplicating or masking some data?
We can say deceiving something, right? That is obfuscating.
Yes.
Devendra and I guess Krishna, right? Both of you are going for CHFI examination also, Devendra. So you will be getting the same module over there also, guys. Same module, same terminologies in your CHFI also.
Right.
So you'll be getting the same thing. All the topics, all the things that I'm discussing over here, you'll be getting over there also. Okay, so we are talking about obfuscators, guys. Obfuscator means deceiving, concealing its purpose. So what happened with obfuscator is they are being used by the hackers, all right, or attackers to deceive the forensic guys, to conceal their original purpose, so that it will be very hard to catch those hackers or attackers. That is obfuscation, obfuscators, and the process is known as obfuscation. Then we have packer, guys. What is a packer? Any idea? What is a packer?
It compresses the malware.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Go ahead. What is packer, guys?
Sir, not sure about it, but Packer is like comes with many components into a single malware.
Okay. Okay.
Packer is used to compress the files.
This is used to bundle all the components together and bypass the security. That is what the work of packer is. And one thing, guys, if you're working as a forensic guy, all right, it's mandatory for you to get the information of a packer. Unless and until you are not having the information about a packer, you cannot perform malware forensics. You cannot perform malware analysis. So having the knowledge of a packer is very, very important. Getting my point? Let's suppose you got a box, all right, at your home. Now there is nothing written outside the box. No logo, no tracking order, nothing. So can you tell me that whether you can you tell me that what is there inside the box? No, right? That is the packer. Unless and until you are not having the knowledge about a packer, you cannot perform malware forensics. Then we have another term that is known as exploit. So what is exploit, guys? Exploit is the malicious code that will be breaching the system security. Again repeating, exploit is a malicious code that will be breaching the system security. That is exploit. Then we have payload, guys. Payload is a piece of malicious software that controls the system after exploitation. Once you are inside the system, so the system will be controlled using a payload. It's a malicious code. And then we have the malicious code, guys. What is malicious code? It's the command that defines a malware function. Means to say that it is the command that will be defining that whether this kind of malware will be a Trojan, it will be a virus, it will be a adware, it will be a, you can say ransomware, rootkit, whatever it will be. All right, that is malicious code. Clear? Then we have next term that is known as malware forensics. We have another term that is known as malware forensics. So what is malware forensics, guys? What is forensics actually? What is forensics?
See, after any accident or incident, analyzing the situation back to get the complete picture of what happened during the incident or accident or how it happened.
Correct.
Evidence, I think whatever is left behind by the malware, those evidences.
Those evidences, and then later on you'll be analyzing those evidences so that you can catch the culprit, right? And put them behind the bars.
Yes.
That is forensic. So guys,
Yes.
over here, what is malware forensics is identifying and capturing malicious code and performing malware analysis is known as malware forensics. So depending upon malware analysis, all right, we have malware. So malware analysis is of two types. At is first one is static malware analysis, and second one is known as dynamic malware analysis. So we are going to discuss about both of them in depth. What is static? What are the types of static malware analysis we have? And what is dynamic? What are the type of dynamic analysis we have? Malware analysis is also known as code analysis, right? Dynamic malware analysis is known as behavioral analysis. This is the type of analysis we are discussing, but let me show you one thing, guys. Right? I'm going to show you the mind map for forensics. So those who want to take the screenshot, please take the screenshot, guys. This is your complete forensics in one in one picture, guys. Is it visible? Is it visible to everyone? Please check.
Yeah, now it's visible.
It's visible, right? So this is your forensics. What is forensic, guys? It's a physical science to find the truth. We have two types of attacks. That is either it will be internal, that is being done by malicious insider, or it can be external. What is forensics? Forensics, we try to preserve the evidences. From what? From contamination. These are the processes of forensics in which we identify, we preserve, we extract, we interpret, we document, and we present the following documentation code of law. The basic step includes, let's suppose a crime happened. As a first responder, you will be going and identifying the crime scene. If it is required, you will be issuing a warrant against that particular firm. Then you will be seizing the evidence. The role of first responder is very, very important, guys, because these are the people who will be reaching the crime scene first. It's their responsibility to secure the crime scene and to collect as much evidence as they can without any fault. Then they will be, after seizing the evidence, they will be transporting the evidence to the forensic lab. Then over there, bit by bit copying of the evidence takes place. Why bit by bit copying, guys? The reason is if you'll be performing the analysis on the original evidence and if it will get corrupted, then you can do nothing, right? Then your whole forensics will be in vain. So you will be doing what? You will be producing copies of the original evidence using FTK imager. It's a very, very powerful tool in forensics. FTK imager. Then after producing bit by bit copies, you'll be maintaining chain of custody. What is chain of custody? It's a very common term. I guess all of you watch serials, right? In Netflix or Amazon Prime, right? So over there are so many serials in which this term is very common, chain of custody. What is it? Anyone?
It is
What
to
is chain of
prove,
custody?
it is maintained to prove that the evidence have not been tempered.
Correct. And what you'll be doing in chain of custody, guys, is let's suppose over here, let's suppose we all are working in a you can say security department, all right? Out of us, let's suppose Afzal, Emmy, Bhumika, and Deepti, all right? These are the people who are first responders. All right. So they went to the crime scene, they collected the evidences, and now it's time to transport the evidences. All right. Then Devendra, Mahendra, and you can say Krishna, these are the people who will be coming to the crime scene to carry out the evidence to the forensic lab. Rest, we have Venkata, Shami, Sharanya, Soumya, Shweta, Vinny, Vivek, Vaishali, and you can say Sunny. These are the people who are working in the forensic lab, and these are the people who will be performing the analysis. Now, guys, the evidences are moving from one hand to other, right? It can be possible that you can say a person in the forensic team itself is a person who is trying to corrupt the evidence. Now, how you'll be protecting that particular evidence from getting corrupted? So you will be doing what? Chain of custody will be maintained. So Afzal, Amy, and Bhumika, and what they will be doing, guys, is they will be packing the evidence in a secure package in which the labeling will be done. That package is labeled and is sealed in such a way that if anyone tries to take it out, the whole packet will be, you can say, torn. And it will be easily recognized that someone tried to, you can say, manipulate the evidence. Second thing is, whoever will be the head of that team, first responder team, he, he have to justify, he have to write down in documentation that why he came, all right, when he came, what he read, what is his designation, and what is the purpose of handling the evidence only by him. Same thing happened with transport guys, same thing happened with analyst also. So guys, whatever you will be doing in forensics from beginning till last, you will be documenting everything. Those documents will be submitted into the court of law at the end. Got the point? Chain of custody. Overall scenario as the definition given by Devendra to protect the evidence from getting corrupted. Then we have next guys, that is analysis. You'll be analyzing those evidences, and then depending upon that, you'll be writing a report in which you will be recommending that the person is guilty or not. All right. Then in court of law, you can say you will be submitting all your report and evidences, and depending upon that, the court will be giving its verdict. That is basic forensic steps. Then what an evidence should be? Evidence should be complete. It should be admissible in court of law. It should be accurate. It should be authentic, and it should be acceptable. Right. So that is what that is about the evidence. Now we have various kind of attacks, guys, that can happen. We have identity theft. We have attacks using malwares. We have cyber stalking. We have financial frauds. We have child pornography possessing. We have clickjacking. We have extortion of money. We have software piracy, and we have email spam or WAMs. So these are the type of attacks we have. Am I clear? Anyone having any doubt, any question? Guys, please take the screenshot. Those who are, you can say, appearing for forensics, that it's mandatory for them, but even those who are taking CS certification exam, guys, it will be useful for you. So please take the screenshot. Done?
And Deepak, what is this evaluation?
Huh?
Like there were a lot many chronology kind of thing. What is that?
Evaluation of forensics. How forensics started. And let me tell you, forensics is still in its evaluation phase. It's not totally evolved.
Okay,
Getting my point there?
this is history about the forensics.
Yeah, forensics, correct. It's history about the forensics. And still it is in evolving phase. That's why attackers are somewhat ahead of the security guys, because forensics is in its evolving phase. Then we have next, guys. Okay, let's discuss about, you can say, malware forensics, in which we discuss about malware analysis. That will be talking about your static and dynamic. So please take the screenshot, all of you. I'm opening a new paint box over here. Done?
Deepak,
Can I
one
move on?
question.
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
will it be possible for you to share your lectures for CHFI with us? Will it be possible?
Actually, Devendra, CHFI lectures I have taken for EC Council, and mostly in EC Council we do not record the sessions.
Mm-hmm. The slides would
Likewise,
be helpful, though the material is vast.
slides, yeah, it's very vast. I can understand. What I can do is whatever documentation I have for forensics, I'll try to share it with you.
That would be helpful because we need to prepare for that, and any help from your side would really be. We will
No problem.
really appreciate that.
I'll do that, Devendra. No problem.
Thank you so much.
So we have static and dynamic malware analysis, guys. So let me open it. So we have the first thing that is known as static malware analysis, right? So static malware analysis is also known as code analysis. Why it's called code analysis? Static malware analysis, you will be putting the code. You will just go through the code, all right, and you will try to analyze it. All right, that is static malware. So in static malware analysis, we have the following steps. That is known as we will be doing file, right? Be performing local and online malware scanning. Then we will be performing string search, you can see we'll be identifying that is known as portable execute. Then we have next thing, guys, that is known as identifying have the last one that is known as malware dis. So these are what, guys, these are certain, you can say, steps that we follow in static or cold analysis. All right. So what is file fingerprinting? In file fingerprinting, you'll be calculating the hash of the binary code. All right. Using various hashing algorithm, you'll be doing what? You'll be creating the hash of the binary code. That is file fingerprint. Now that hash that you have created, you will be performing the search of that code either locally or online. So the best tool to perform search online is your virus total, guys. I will recommend all of you to use it regularly. See, many a times it happens, right? That in instant messaging application like your WhatsApp, Facebook, or Instagram, you get a message from your friend with a link, and your friend says that there is a sale going on, you can take advantage of that sale, right? But you are a cyber security guy and you know that particular link can be malicious. So what you can do in that case, guys, simply open your virus total. All right, let me show it to you. Simply open your virus total, guys. And in virus total, you'll be getting three options. That is, either you can upload a complete file that you have received and check whether that file is malicious or not. If you are getting any URL, go and submit that URL. And if you are getting any IP, any URL, any hash, you can upload it and you'll be getting the result. So this is the best approach, all right, if you are getting unnecessary attachments or links, all right, in your platforms, either in your mails also. If you're getting it, search that particular thing in virus store. All of you got my point? All of you got my point, guys? This is the best example I can give you about Stuxnet. The same thing happened in Stuxnet also, guys. Same thing happened. So later on, when we did the analysis of Stuxnet attack, we compared the result in this virus total, and then we get to know that, oh, the following processes were malicious. Then we have string search, guys. You will be performing what? You'll be performing string search. It means that you will be searching for the embedded string in that particular program. Then you will be identifying packers, and you can say, okay, we have one more thing over here, that is identity. This is an obfuscators. Over here, guys, we have identifying packers or obfuscators. So you will be doing what, guys? You will be identifying the packet element that is used for packing the whole, you can say, malware components altogether. All right. Unless and until you will not be having the knowledge about the packer, you cannot perform malware analysis. Then we are finding portable executable. What is portable executable, guys? Portable executable stores metadata about the program. Again repeating, portable executable stores metadata about the program. That is portable executable. Then we have identifying file dependencies. See, what happens is whenever a malware is running into your system, it will be requiring other files to get executed, right? So you will be doing what? You will be identifying those files on which the malware is depending, all right? So that you can do what? You can prevent the malware from getting executed. That is identifying file dependencies. And then we have the last one, that is malware disassembly. This malware disassembly will help you to find out that which kind of language is used to write that particular malware program. Is it C? Is it C++? Is it Java? Is it .NET? It is C Sharp. Whatever language is used, you'll be able to get the information. So that is what that is malware disassembly. Am I clear, guys? Am I clear? Now I'm telling you certain softwares using which you can perform these steps. So to identify the packers or obfuscators, you can use tools. We have PE, we have PEID, or you can go and look for a tool that is PE. Without file dependency, we have a term that is known as then we have, for you can say, for malware disassembly, we have a very famous tool that is known as OLIDBG, or we have WinDBG. So these are the type of softwares that you'll be using, all right, to perform static malware analysis. Am I clear? Am I clear? Then we have next, guys, that is known as dynamic malware analysis. So we have what we have. This dynamic malware analysis is also known as behavioral analysis. Why? Because in this, you'll be checking the behavior of the processes. So first thing is, for dynamic analysis to perform, you will be requiring a test bed. That is a sandbox environment. All right. Test box is required. In that test box, you will be doing what? Sorry, test bed. Test bed is required, in which you will be installing a VMware. You'll be installing guest operating systems. You will be doing what? You will be installing malware analysis. You'll be doing what? You'll be installing the malware itself. And along with that, you will be installing inet sim. Can anyone what is inet sim, guys? What is inet sim? Anyone? Go ahead.
Is it to test some command and control kind of features of the virus?
Okay.
Simulator for iNet, I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else, guys? iNet sim is what, guys? It's a kind of internet simulator that is used inside the sandbox. See, while I will be executing a malware, all right, to check its functionality, I cannot I cannot allow the internet connection in that sandbox, right? The reason is if I will be allowing the internet connection in that box, all right, the malware can spread to other network also of the organization. So what we generally do is we use iNet sim. iNet sim is an internet stimulator. So what will happen is as soon as you will be executing the malware, all right, malware will be checking for the internet connection. This internet connection, all right, it will be checking and it will be finding this iNet sim. Now this iNet sim is what, guys? It's a stimulator, right? So the malware will be fooled and malware will be thinking that, oh, the internet connection is available. And then this malware will try to reach out to the command and control center, all right, from where it can download other components. So by this approach, you can even find out you can say the exact location of command and control server also. So this is why we use iNet sim. Always remember iNet sim is what? It's an internet stimulator. Am I clear? Then what we do in dynamic malware analysis, guys, in dynamic malware analysis, we perform two things. That is, we do system baselining. Right? We do system baselining and we also perform host integrity monitoring. Am I clear? Now, what is system baselining, guys? In system baselining, you'll be taking the snapshot of the machine of that test bed. All right. At the time the malware analysis begins. All right. And so that you'll be having the baseline of the system. And before executing the malware, how the system looks like. And in post integrity monitoring, you'll be doing what? You will be executing the malwares and then you'll be comparing, all right, both the screenshots. And then you'll be checking what are the changes that has been made to the system after installing the malware. That is system baselining and host integrity monitoring. So in host integrity monitoring, we have the following steps. So I'm going to explain these to you. So host integrity monitoring, we have the following steps, guys. I'm writing the steps over here. That is, we will be performing pollution monitoring. We have what we have process monitoring. Then we have files and folders monitoring. Then we have next, that is registry monitoring. Then we have network traffic monitoring. Then we have port monitoring. Then we have DNS monitoring. Then we have API calls monitoring. Then we have device drivers monitoring. Then we have startup programs monitoring, and we have what we have Windows services. These are the things that we perform, all right, in host integrity monitoring. So I'm going to explain them one by one. In installation monitoring, you'll be doing what? Installation monitoring helps investigators to find and detect hidden and background installation which malware performs. Again repeating, installation monitoring helps investigators to find and detect hidden and background installation which a malware performs. That is installation monitoring. For this, we have a tool that is known as, for this we have a software that is known as Microsoft installation monitor. That is your system baseline. All right, that is installation monitor. Then we have process monitoring, guys. Now to understand the process a malware initiates and takes over after execution is known as process monitoring. So for that, we have a tool that is known as what's running. All right, we have a tool that is known as what's running. Then we have folders and files and folders monitoring. For that, we have a very, very famous and powerful tool, guys. That is known as Tripwire. Then we have registry monitoring. For registry monitoring, we have a tool that is known as the Reg Scanner. All right, we have a tool that is known as the Reg Scanner. Then we have, guys, network traffic monitoring. All right, for network traffic monitoring, we'll be using a very powerful tool. You all know it. That is Wireshark. Then we have DNS port monitoring. For port monitoring, you can use any of the utility, guys. You can use utility like we have TCP view, have netstat space -an. These are the utility that you can use. Then we have DNS monitoring, guys. So to monitor DNS, all right, we will be having a tool that is known as DNS stuff. We have a tool that is known as the. And we have API calls monitoring. Now, what is API, guys? Why it stands for? What it stands for API?
Application protocol interface.
It
Programming
stands for
interface.
application programming interface, right? Application programming interface. What it do?
Just expose the application. Expose the application through services, and those services are consumed using some protocols like SOAP or REST.
Right. See, APIs do what, guys? They allow external application to access your files and other information. That is API, application programming interface. So you will be doing what as a security guy? You need to monitor API calls also, right? So for that, we have a tool that is known as API monitor. All right. We have API monitor. Then we have device driver monitoring. Now, many times it happens that a fake driver might have been installed into your system. So for that, you can do what, guys? We have a tool that is known as drive view. All right, we have a tool that is known as drive view, or you can manually check it. So for manually checking it, what you'll be doing is you will be going to your unbox. In your unbox, type ms info 32. All right. And after opening it, you'll be getting screen like this. Go to software environment and you'll be getting list of so many programs. So go to system drivers and you'll be getting the list of all the system drivers that are installed in your system. Now check that whether that particular load, you can say driver, is manually started or is it starting at the time of boot. So whatever boot options you are getting over here, check that whatever name of that driver is written, do you remember, do you recognize that driver or not? And if you don't recognize it, just remove that driver from your system. That is device driver monitoring. Then we have next, guys, that is startup programs monitoring. So startup programs monitoring can be done using your tool that is known as security auto. Security auto run. This is the tool. Then we have next, guys, that is Windows service monitoring. So Windows service monitoring, guys, what you'll be doing is in this, see, whenever it happens, guys, malware, when I will be executing a malware into your system, you can easily get the information about that malware by looking at your task manager, all right? Because you get the list of the processes over here. Now, if in this process, if it is written that is payload 112, 113, it is easily recognized, right? It will be easily recognized, correct or not? Correct or not? And you will be doing what? As a security guy, you will be ending that particular process and I will be out of your system. So what attackers generally do is they rename the malware, all right, into the system to a genuine file name or genuine service name. So I will be doing what? I will be taking the access of the system using a payload and I'll be changing the name of that payload to anything like Paint or Google Chrome or anything. So it will be not, you will not be able to, you can say, detect that particular malware into the system. This is what your Windows Service Monitor do. So you will be doing what? You will be monitoring the services that are running into the system. Am I clear? Am I clear? And for this, we have a tool that is known as, we have a tool that is known as Enterprise Service Manager. You can use another tool that is known as Windows Service Manager. Now what guys, these are the tools that you can use for your, you can say, for your dynamic malware analysis. Am I clear? Am I clear to everyone? Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Please take the screenshot. This is what we have to discuss in this particular module. That is malware threats. Please take the screenshot of it.
So these tools are also like they are applicable for both the OS. Like
Yeah, most of them. Most of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Most of them are.
Okay.
So this is what we have to discuss in this particular module, guys. I hope you have taken the screenshot for this. Take the screenshot for this one also. And guys, the best method to scan for any kind of malware into your system, you have to do what? Just open your run box. In your run box, just type the command MRT. Malware removal tool. All right, and click on OK. It will be giving you certain options. It will be giving you certain options. All right. And depending upon those options, you can do what, guys? You can go ahead and you can see. It will be giving me the option. So using this tool, you can remove the malwares that are already installed into your system. Okay. It will be giving you a wizard. So it's your choice. You want to quickly scan certain files. You want full scan or you want customized scan. So whatever scan you want, you can perform it, and this tool will be doing more. It will be giving you the result. Am I clear? It's a very good tool. You can use it. It's a very good utility that is being provided by Microsoft. Am I clear? So this is what we have to discuss in this particular module, that is malware threats. Now we will be going for the break, that is lunch break. After the break, we'll be coming back, guys, and we'll be doing what? We'll be starting a new module, that is social engineering. After social engineering, we'll be covering the topic that is session hijacking, and we'll be performing sniffing, and we'll be going for the module that is DOS attacks. So these are the topics that we'll be completing today. And if we'll get time, we will be also going for evading IDS, IPS, and firewalls. So this is what we have to discuss today. So let's take a break for lunch, guys. Thank you, everyone. We'll be meeting after 1 hour, okay? Thank you.